What is going on, everybody? This is Gabriel Jones giving you a drop of sun any chance I get, and we have done it! We have reached the end of the national final season. Today, I'm going to be capping off the entire experience by giving a reaction to Poland's show. This is going to be interesting because I've never done a reaction for Poland. In fact, I think I've only engaged with their shows like once or twice, so this will be pretty unique to take a look at. Now, I want to make it clear that I have been made aware of a lot of the issues surrounding this NF. A lot of the artists have pulled out because that country is still competing in Eurovision and they don't want to share a stage with them, which is totally understandable for the record. And they're not going to actually reveal the winner of this selection until tomorrow morning. And a lot of the performances are even pre-recorded. Needless to say, this show is seeing a bunch of chaos. But after having such a busy national selection season, I just want to take a breather and figured, this would be very easy. And I just want to kick back and give myself a breather. Besides, a lot of these artists still deserve to have their work showcased to the world, and I am here to indulge in that. So why don't we just take it slow, enjoy some Polish music, and see who I believe is the best of them all. I should cut the chit-chat and get right into the music. I hope you have a nice glass of water on standby, because we are getting into Finał Krajowych Kwalifikacji. Okay, so our first song up is Wild Child by Anastazja. I had this one start in my notes, so let's see what she's doing. Ooh, we got a lot of snakes for the graphics. Yeah, a lot of flexibility going on here, like an actual snake. I'm as wild of a child as Donnie Thornberry. Okay. Trap beat doesn't sound too bad. Ooh, I kind of like how the camera gets a little bit lopsided with its angles a little bit, and almost like it's trying to make you dizzy. That little twinkling melody that she uses for the chorus, does add a little bit of sass. Okay, we got ourselves a dance break, showing off the moves. Yeah, the nice use of reds along with the blacks and the whites, does create a haunting image. Alright! Nice stuff! Okay, so Wild Child by Anastazja. That one had a lot of sass to it, She experimented a lot with the pop music and the reds and the whites and the blacks sort of clashing with each other. She's really showing off, just how much of a badass she is, how mysterious she is. And yeah, it seems like we could get another girl bop for the big show, so let's see what Anastazja can accomplish. Alright, so we got Piotr Pręgowski. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Okay, so look at this. We got ourselves a little beach king just basking in the sun. Okay. Alright, yeah, this is definitely conga line music, something that you're supposed to listen to on a cruise ship. Those kind of remind me of the seagulls from Finding Nemo. Oh my god, is he wearing flip-flops with his socks? Oh my god, yeah, this guy... yeah, this guy's crazy. Yeah, there's definitely a good use of warm colors here, It definitely feels like I'm just laying under the heat. Honestly, those dancers are doing a lot to carry this performance, I gotta be honest. Ooh, look at that. We're getting wrapped up in the love, honey. Alright. Well, that was something. Alright, so the song we just had was Parawany Tango by Piotr Pręgowski. And, well, it's one of those performances where I say to myself, I'm sure the singer is having fun. I mean, there was a good use of warm colors. I mean, he definitely had a good sense of humor. The dancers, God bless their souls, they put a lot of effort into that set. Yeah, I don't think I can see it going to Eurovision necessarily, but yeah, I'm sure he had the time of his life. And who knows, maybe he'll bump into Blanca on the beach. Karolina Szczurowska, I should say. Okay, it is ballad time, people. Time to get into our emotions. Yeah, I really like those delicate white sheets. It almost kind of looks like something you would wear as a veil to a wedding. Ooh, look at that! the galaxy imagery paired with the gold lighting. Yeah, this is beautiful. Oh, nice backflips from the dancers. Yeah, I'm sure they did a lot to rehearse that. I mean, I gotta say, I do like how thunderous the drums sound here, you know? They do a lot to bring out the flavor in the production. Oh, there you go. Give it to me, Carolina. Yeah, I didn't comment on this before, but I like how the black getup of the dancers is contrasting with like all the white sheets hanging everywhere. Ooh, we got some flower petals being sprinkled everywhere. All right, here we go. One more final chorus. Bring it on home, Carolina. Ooh, there you go. There you go. Reaching for that note. I hear you, Carolina. All right, good stuff. All right, so we just had Ne Bousset by Karolina Szczurowska. I had to get the pronunciation correct. Yeah, she gave us a very pretty ballad. A lot of whites and blacks being used there, and it seems like she really wanted to flex her vocals, although they were a bit iffy at times. Regardless, I think she overall did a nice job, and it's nice to have like that nice, you know, very calming ballad to bring us into like the mood, you know? Good stuff from Carolina. All right, Stasiek Kukulski with This Too Shall Pass. Here we go. Entering with the anthemic piano. Okay, I think the lighting is very nice. Ooh, great use of strings right there. I like the hints. Okay, Stasiek, I'm hearing you, man. That's an awesome voice. Oh my god, look at the lights just moving from corner to corner. It's beautiful, oh my god. Alright, we got the drums kicking in, adding some intensity to our sound. Ooh. Ooh, yes. Here we go. This is an epic build-up right here. Alright, this is a kick-ass piano melody for the bridge. Okay. I see what you're composing here, Stasiek. Ooh, there you go, man. You gotta let them vocals soar out of you. Ooh. Wonderful use of piano here. I love this outro. Alright, This Too Shall Pass by Stasiek Kukulski. Bro, he had that so on point. I really loved his vocal performance, the delicate pianos that really like carried the tune. He did so much to experiment with that, and I think it really like paid off. Like, and I love the lighting department on that as well. Like the way that everything is like shining on his face to make his face brighter. Oh my god, he didn't even rely on that many graphics either, you know? So yeah, honestly, if I were the network, I would really like keep my eye on him, like for sure. Alright, Zimna, Woda by Basia Giewont. Alright, we got a nice blue palette for this set. Okay, she's got a powerful voice too. Oh my god. Ooh, look at that. The dancer covered in the powder is really doing something here. Like that, like, very high-pitched synthesizer that's like moving throughout the melody. Oh my god. And this is kind of like a little bass drop that we got going on here. I love this right now. Oh my god, it looks like we're just traveling throughout space and we're just encountering asteroids. Nice job at highlighting the band members. That's always very tasteful. Oh wow. Now this sounds very experimental right here. Yeah, this is like the part where you're supposed to rave. Oh my god, look at that! Okay, so we just had Zimna, Woda by Basia Giewont. Wow, that one had a lot of creative ideas just flowing out, you know? Like, she did a lot to play with like the techno beats and like the get up too. I'm sure that's supposed to be like very symbolic. I love the way that she played with the colors. You know, we started off very blue, but then we just slammed into a sea of red and everything. And of course, a ton of oranges as well. The dance choreography, that was interesting as well, and I'm sure this song has a lot of, like, meaning to it. I just need to learn fluent Polish so I can understand it. Regardless, I'm really excited to see where this will land. Alright, now, I am familiar with Alicia. I remember watching her in the past, so let's see this. Yeah, like, she's always been an excellent singer. Like, I remember her voice being this strong. It looks like we're just touring an apartment complex right now. That seems to be what's going on in the graphics. Like, the drums are just slamming, like doors being shut dramatically. Okay, we got a rap verse going on here. Alright, she's embracing her inner Cali, if you would say. Oh my god, it looks like all of her dancers are just voguing on the stage. Nice little poses. Yeah, like, oh my god, like, I need to know just how much training she's gone through, because this is like a flawless voice. I mean, those dancers, I mean, they are definitely giving their all to this. Like, the training definitely shows. There you have it. Alright, so we just had Alicia with Pray. Yeah, I remember her being an amazing vocalist, and once again, it shines through. Like, she really knows how to put on a show. I will say this, though. I'm not too big on songs with, like, religious meanings, you know, not to, like, knock anybody's faith or anything, but I don't know, it just doesn't always do anything to excite me, necessarily. I will say that, like, the dancers did a phenomenal job, and, you know, some of the graphics were neat at times. Although some of the creative choices, like the rap verse and the trap beat, they didn't do anything to really, like, blow me away. So, I don't know. I may not choose this as my top entry. Our next performer is Jeremi Sikorski. Let's see what this dude is bringing. Oh my god. It looks like his soul is levitating from his body. Jeez. Oh! Bro, don't brick the LEDs. You might have to pay for those. Nice little webbing pop beat going on here. Alright, we got a lot of cyan for this color palette. You know, that seems to be what he's really relying on when it comes to the presentation. Okay, now we are just drenched in red. Oh my god. The women with, like, the long white hair, it almost kind of reminds me of Storm in X-Men. Ooh, here we go. We're breaking it down now, baby. Showing off the dance moves. A much darker blue for our outro, I believe. Ooh, nice. Wonderful and bright. Okay, so we just had Cienie Przesłości. I'm trying to pronounce this correctly, I apologize. But the artist that performed it was Jeremi Sikorski. And yeah, he had some creative ideas, a lot of creative use of cyan and red, and his backup dancers were super into it, and I really liked a lot of the choreography he had to show off. It seems like his song is very heavy, especially when it comes to the pop sound. So yeah, I think he has something going on. I like it. Okay, closing out the running order is Ola Antoniak with Don't You Try. Yeah, a nice decision to have, like, the light beaming right behind her so we can see her clearly, or her, you know, outline clearly. We got so many crows just, like, filtering, like, the LED right now. Yeah, if I saw that many crows flying towards me, I would, like, haul ass away from them. Okay. I hear the strength in her voice right there. She's given her all, for sure. I like the black and red dress. I mean, that's very fashionable. Ooh. Oh my god. That beat just punched me right in the face. Oh my god. Alright, there is our performance. Okay, so that was Ola Antoniak with Don't You Try. And yeah, she gave, like, a very soulful performance on that stage. She was really strengthening her voice. And a lot of creative choices, I gotta say. There were times where I felt like, you know, the performance could have been a bit stronger, but, you know, she's clearly giving it her all. You know, it's obvious that she feels very passionate about this tune, and, I'm assuming that she's someone that really is trying to make a name for herself in the industry. So, yeah, Ole, I think you have something really good going on, all right? Don't you give up. All right, so we have gone through every single performer in the lineup for FKK 2026. And yeah, there was quite a bit of talent to spot with this one. And yeah, I know that there's kind of a dark cloud hovering over the entire selection process, but I think there's still some bright spots to find here. And of course, like always, we have to choose who we're going to submit to Vienna. So one more time this season, let's get into that. So, I'm going to give my 8 points to Jeremi Sikorski. He had the song Cienie, przesłości. I'm going to get that pronunciation correct soon. But yeah, I really liked the cyan colors he was experimenting with. I really liked his dance moves. It seemed like he had a lot of creative usage of that little prism that he was laying himself on. I really liked that. And yeah, I think that he has some decent amount of talent to offer here. My 10 points are going to Stasiek Kukulski with This Too Shall Pass. He had the best ballad in the show by far. I loved how strong his voice was, and I really appreciated how he didn't rely on too many graphics to really bring out the emotion. It was mainly reliance on the lighting, And of course, the piano melodies were absolutely magnificent. Yeah, I hope that Stasiak at least gets a decent number of votes. My 12 points, however, are going to Basia Giewont with Zimna, Woda. Yeah, she had a lot of creativity to offer here. I loved how heavy the pop production was, and she had a great creative use of color. The dance moves were hypnotic, and I was just in awe at what I was watching. So I think if Poland really wants a shot at staying in the finals, they should go with Basia. She could bring a lot to this show. So let's hope that Basia comes out on top here. Okay, looks like I now have to end the recording for the time being because they aren't going to reveal the results until tomorrow. So I'm going to go relax for the rest of the day, come back tomorrow morning, and see who they went with. So bear with me. Okay, so it is the next morning. I just woke up and got into this very crappy looking hoodie, and I'm ready to check on the results for the Polish show. I have not eaten my breakfast yet. I made this the first thing I would do in the morning, and miraculously, I have not looked at my notifications to see who the winner is. So why don't I give myself a little surprise? Once again, I am making Basia my number one pick for the national final for Poland, and I'm hoping that I see her name when I Google the results. So let's get into it. Oh my god. Wow. Okay then. Let's see. So it looks like Alicja won the selection for Poland. After all these years, after being selected back in 2020 and not getting to go because of the pandemic, she has finally won that golden ticket. I mean, I definitely will say that she has a very strong voice, and it seemed like she does have a lot of creative ideas to work with. I don't think I am too fond of the rap verse or the trap beats, but, I'm sure she'll find a way to possibly make it work when she gets to that Vienna stage. Okay, so I'm now looking at the results from the show. Let's see. So Jeremi got 8th place, Anastazja got 7th, Karolina got 6th, Stasiek got 5th. Oh, come on. Really? 5th? 4th went to Piotr, and third place went to Basia. Okay, so not a bad result. 2nd place went to Ole, and then 1st place went to Alicja. All right, so this is the final scoreboard that we have here. And yeah, I mean, I will say this. I really wanted Stasiak to get a higher position, but I guess it is what it is. Better luck next year. And Basia, you are definitely in my heart. You definitely made an impact on me. And Jeremi, oh god, Jeremi got last place. I don't know if that was deserved. I mean, come on, man. But yeah, it's official. Alicja is going to be the representative for Poland at the Vienna show. Well, guys, this was kind of a funny way to end the selection season. But I think that, overall, the Polish show wasn't too terrible. Definitely some entertaining contestants for sure. And I don't know if I agree with the winner too much, but I guess we'll have to see what Alicia can accomplish when she gets to Austria. But honestly, I want to end this video by saying thanks to everybody who stuck with me throughout this national final season. Like when I tell you that I was extraordinarily busy throughout the whole 2 months, like you better believe that I'm not playing. It was really wonderful to engage with so many different artists and see what sort of creativity they had to offer. And of course, I was very thrilled that the videos were reaching thousands of people. I know there's been a dark cloud hovering over the Eurovision fandom as of late because the EBU is refusing to kick out a certain country, and it's just thrown everything into disarray. It's put a lot of artists in an uncomfortable situation, and in fact, it's put a lot of broadcasters in an uncomfortable situation as well. You know, we had 5 different countries pull out of the overall competition. But my hope is that we can have a lot of fun watching all the artists interact with each other and interact with the fans, of course. You know, really get to know each other and create some fun memories. I hope a lot of people had fun with me on this national final season. I certainly did, and I am just so thrilled I got to explore so much culture throughout this journey. I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do for the next few weeks. I might, you know, possibly make a video talking about the internal selections. I guess I'm sort of thinking about that, but we'll just have to see. In the meantime, if you guys want to follow me on social media, be sure to check out my Blue Sky, my Twitch, and my TikTok. Links will be in the description. And that's where we are wrapping up. My name is Gabriel Jones, and the sun may be rising. So I hope you are able to soak up those drops. Take care.